Lovely Biafrans, lovely Biafrans. The game is getting sweeter every day now.
Mba ka nwere onwe Biafra ga-ebido nsogbu adịghị anyị na-anọ anyị egwila ka egwu m anyị egwila ka egwu m na nke ikpeazụ a ịma na Simon ịgbasi ha na ọ bụ Disemba 2nd ka a ga-enwe declaration nsogbu adịghị ya gaziere gị ọzọ Biafra 147 Franklin Chukwuebuka mba ka nwere onwe Biafra ga-ebido nsogbu adịghị anyị na-anọ anyị egwila ka egwu m anyị egwila ka egwu m na nke ikpeazụ a ịma na Simon ịgbasi ha na ọ bụ Disemba 2nd ka a ga-enwe declaration nsogbu adịghị ya gaziere gị ọzọ Biafra 147 Franklin Chukwuebuka mba ka nwere onwe Biafra ga-ebido nsogbu adịghị anyị na-anọ anyị egwila ka egwu m anyị egwila ka egwu m na nke ikpeazụ a ịma na Simon ịgbasi ha na ọ bụ Disemba 2nd ka a ga-enwe declaration nsogbu adịghị ya gaziere gị ọzọ Biafra 147
Yes. Lovely Biafrans, ndewono. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Anywhere else we road Now, the message you just listened, you just heard, meaning that everybody in Nigeria is waiting for the Prime Minister. Maybe you didn't hear it well. And what is our topic today? The cry of a dying horse is explained by Omoyole Sowore. You know, a lot of people didn't really catch the game. If we go on from this message, maybe we will disveer from what we want to do, but we will keep our eyes focused. And we like it win. Let us hear it again as our jingle, as we continue to unveil many things now.
mba ka nwere onwe Biafra ga-ebido nsogbu adịghị anyị na-anọ anyị egwila ka egwu m anyị egwila ka egwu m na nke ikpeazụ a ịma na Simon ịgbasi ha na ọ bụ Disemba 2nd ka a ga-enwe declaration nsogbu adịghị anyị egwila ka egwu m na nke ikpeazụ a ịma na Simon ịgbasi ha na ọ bụ Disemba 2nd ka a ga-enwe declaration.
So, who is then telling you otherwise? The people at home, even all the journalists you have in Nigeria, all of them are waiting for December 2nd. And before we ride on here, this time around, we are opening the cans from the human rights organization, and we are opening the cans from the international communities. We are also trying to go into Montevideo Convention, and when we go there, you will be able to understand why Tinubu. You will be able to understand why Tinubu make this statement. Now, do you see when they are talking about diplomatic speak? Many will not understand it, but many will understand it. Now, connect the dot from this place again, because okwu anyị bụ nkụ ụgbọrụ udu mmiri, ọkọchị pụọ, a na-anya ya nkụ. From the gods of our land, our ancestors, they say everybody should start celebrating. Everybody should start speaking all the good words which you need to hear from Biafra. Yeah, begin to emulate Biafra, begin to dance, because enwe echichi enwere echichi ndị ọkaigwe chiri our PM. Ha sị nọ onye na-akwatu mgbidi, ịghọtago, mgbidi, the person that pushed down the wall, ọkwatu ngidi. Ọkaigwe, the echichi ọkaigwe people gave the title they gave to our PM. And as we are coming up, we want to hear this again and begin to connect yourself and imagine the kind of joy inside them.
nsogbu adịghị, anyị na-anọ, anyị egwila ka egwim, anyị egwila ka egwim na nke ikpeazụ a. Ịma na Simon ịgbasi ha na ọ bụ December 2nd ka a ga-enwe declaration. Nsogbu adịghị. Ya gaziere gị ọzọ Biafra 147. Franklin Chukwuebuka mba ka nwere onwe Biafra ga-ebido. Nsogbu adịghị, anyị na-anọ, anyị egwila ka egwim, anyị egwila ka egwim na nke ikpeazụ a. Ịma na Simon ịgbasi ha na ọ bụ December 2nd ka a ga-enwe declaration. Nsogbu adịghị.
So now, Biafrans, today's message is a lot, but we will come here and begin to unveil the one we can. Tinubu now wrote, he said, in a rule-based international order, states have the right of self-defense. He is now giving our PM the right we have been asking for long time ago. Then he says, state has the right for self-defense. Are you getting it? Then he said, but self-defense must take proportionately into account in line with a global diplomatic and a moral framework. That is our message from Tinubu. Do you know what he has just done? He has just validated our activity. And that's why our people is telling you that from them. Let us hear it from them. The way we are
ka nwere onwe Biafra ga-ebido. Nsogbu adịghị, anyị na-anọ, anyị egwila ka egwim, anyị egwila ka egwim na nke ikpeazụ a. Ịma na Simon ịgbasi ha na ọ bụ December 2nd ka a ga-enwe declaration. Nsogbu adịghị.
Yes, you know, we do our program. Sometimes we make it to be funny because then here we go. We will start now. Before we will come here, how Sowore explained the game. Before we will come here, we want to listen to our PM again.
The Biafra Convention in Finland. So I welcome every one of you, fellow Biafrans, friends, well-wishers, and lovers of freedom. I want you to understand that the Biafra government will offer alternative to what Nigeria deprived you. One of the alternatives we are offering to the Biafra people is the ratification and assent to the United Nations human rights treaties. This will be rectified during the convention to form a legal base for the Biafra government recognition by United Nations and beyond. Like I have informed you all, for those who do not know what we are doing and why this convention is very important at this point and why it has become the only pathway to Biafra freedom. For those who will be wondering, what are they doing? Why are they declaring or why are they having convention in exile? That's why we are called the government in exile. So we will restore the lost sovereign state of Biafra from exile. And if you do not know, for those asking who have done it before, we are laying the precedents for others to follow. Those who care, they will learn from us. First of all, I would like to give a little background on the importance of Biafra government providing alternative to the human right, which Nigeria terrorist government has violated with impunity. Every one of you remember when one of the UN working group called Working Group on Arbitrary Detention demanded the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and mandated Nigeria terrorist state to release him within 6 months. After this particular ultimatum was given by a UN certified group called the Working Group on Arbitrary Detention, monetary compensation was also awarded by this group. Nigeria snubbed, ignored, and violated this ultimatum. And so I would like to start laying this background of the importance of the assent or ratifying the Treaty of the United Nations and abide by it, which Nigeria have violated for decades with impunity. So Biafra will be a better alternative for every humankind who wish to be in a civilized world. And
now, the way the message is many. Then, as you are joining us, you know, this is 555 Vision, Biafran Gospel, and the Bible. Let me make it clear again. Everything you saw inside Bible is a history of a human being. Abraham has a mother. Moses has a mother. Joshua has a mother. Jesus Christ has a mother. Herod has a mother. Pharaoh has a mother. So anything you saw inside Bible is a history of human being born by a woman. Are you getting it now? Now, they coupled Bible, they coupled all the history of people, then they make it, pile it up, and they call it Bible. Then they begin to spread the gospel. Now, why did Tinubu cry over the activity of our PM? Then Aminu Gaba said, Mr. Simon Ekpa Njoko, he said, remember the oath you took. You remember the oath you have taken right from primary school. In case of the people that is asking, where did he come from? A Fulani person, Aminu Gaba. Now, the way they are crying, because these people know politics more than Biafran people. You know, they diverted the face of the Biafran people and they call them business people. They say, Ndi Igbo are the people well known by trading. They are traders. They used to trade. They changed our face from the reality and they put our face to become business people, traders, buying and selling. And why Fulanis been educated by the Britons, and the Britain instead Fulanis in all the positions and all the powers. Are you getting it? Then Britain instead Fulanis in all positions and all powers. That means you as a Igbo person, you as a Biafran, when you travel out and load your container, before your container will enter Nigeria, a Fulani person has to sign a signature, whether that container will be released or if it will be seized. And all the road, the container will pass until it will get to the destination in Aba, in Nnewi, in Onitsha, in Enugu. All the people you have to meet on that place are the agents of the Fulanese. including Igbo people and the Biafran people, that is working under the ideology of Obasanjo that says they will use Igbo people to fight against Igbo people. That is what you see in the life of this DOS. You understand now? These are members of the DOS. See them. These people, Emeka Gift, look at him. He released the ex-handle of the Finland president, but he cannot, for once, release the ex-handle of Tinubu and mobilize his own people to go and tag Tinubu, posting all the dead bodies and all the atrocities being committed against our people. But evil-minded people, that is how they do. Now, Fulani then reminded our PM when he was serving Nigeria and he was an athlete. He do athletics, won gold medal and the silver medal and bronze for Nigeria. He made history for Nigeria. Then he said, Simon Ekpa, remember the oath you have taken right from primary school, that you pledge Nigeria as your country. You will fulfill loyalty and the honest, the cry of a dying horse. He said, today, you have breached all the oath by planning to secede for forming a new entity, Biafra. Fear God. Then PM then responded immediately and told him, who wrote the oath? You know, we read our own with the voice of Ingilibo. Who wrote the oath? Because if you are following someone, you will know how he talk. If this is how PM, the voice and how he answered, who wrote the oath? If the oath was for me to keep mute, why you kill our mother and the children and terrorize everyone for Islamic State? I know do again. Please take your oath and leave me and my people the hell alone. You understand? Leave me and my people the hell alone. That is what PM answered to Fulanis, because they already know what PM is talking about. What happened? And before I will continue, I will bring the biography again of the Prime Minister. Then, please, all the people that is watching here, you know, a picture speaks more than 1,000 words. We do our own program towards images. Before we start doing our program, we already let our people, remind our people that a picture speaks more than 1,000 words. And hold this picture with your memory. Then, because of what I want to change now, then you hold this picture again to your memory. Then you hold this picture again to your memory. Again, you hold this one again to your memory. Then this one now, the new name to this one is Abaraka Azana, Onye Jiji Anakonye. You hold this now to your memory. Then you can also, you begin to come to this place. When you make this calculation, you will see the reason this guy cried in a very loud voice. He cried in a very loud voice. He said, today you have breached all the oath by planning to secede for forming a new entity, Biafra. He said, please fear God. Are you getting it now? Now, inside our unveiling papers today, PM work, he is human rights activist. That's why we told you, mmanya fu onye ọma, obe ugwu. Do you remember our topic yesterday? Mmanya fu onye ọma, obe ugwu. Now, Fulanis have seen everything that has happened, the kind of awareness we have created in this place now, this place you see our COS, the meeting she attended, 230 something countries were live to this event, World Woman Day, where she made it open to the whole world about the activity of the Biafran people. More than 200 and something people, if I must be correct, you know, we are doing our thing and keeping everything in order. Now, Nigeria didn't know. Nigeria, see what happened. Let me come again. The lobbies, they say that the prime minister and the bridge has outsmarted Nigeria long time ago. Nigeria was sleeping, hoping that 500,000 recruited Iraqs, these people, that these 500,000 recruited Iraqs are going to deliver. They didn't know when we come to this level. They never knew when we come to this level, because when PM do something, he will come to the public and they begin to dance. Then these recruited Iraqs will be carrying the dance while we are busy destroying Nigeria. Hi, I have messages I want to do. Then, the reason you are seeing this kind of news today, Sowore made it open. He made it open. He says, the depth of Nigerians' ongoing deterioration has not been figured out by its people. The Northwest has just added a deadly terrorist group to its cocktail. The Southeast part of Nigeria has practically left. What are the English? You know, some of these people you see attacking our PM, what they can do is to speak English, but they don't interpret the English the way it's supposed to sound. He said, the Southeast part of Nigeria has practically left Nigeria, has practically left Nigeria, as we speak, several federal high courts have stopped working. Yeah, the way we are talking, no court is working in Biafran land. As we speak right now, federal courts have stopped working. Police stations, commands, and the divisions have closed down. Authority, and the authority that passes authority And today, the Court of Appeal Division in Nnewi, where Ifeanyi Uba came from, closed down. The Court of Enugu, where Peter Mba came from, closed down. The Court of Oka, where Soludo came from, closed down. The Court of Imo State closed down long time ago. Then he said, Oka have and they have relocated elsewhere according to how PM told them to do. And they have relocated elsewhere. That is why he said in this place that the southeast of Nigeria has practically left Nigeria. Now, he said, if you go to the outdated website, if you go to the outdated website of the Court of Appeal, the only case they highlighted on the front page is the case against Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. I hope it is been well explained. Now, you will then come back here. Then you will know why Tinubu then write this. Tinubu then say, because we have taken the law, we have shown the whole world our style. And what do we mean by showing the whole world our style? How we play our game. The COS has already circulated the news of Biafra all over the world in front of more than 200 and something countries. In front of more than 200 and something countries, we are there. And the COS says that as she is standing here now, the picture you are seeing, that she represents over 70 million Biafrans. As a woman from Biafra, my role in this mission is to create awareness, in the world on how peaceful, coexistent, respect for individual basis rights, equity, justice, and understanding can make the world a better place. That is what COS declared onto International Women Peace Conference. International Women Peace Conference. Now, how many countries attended this meeting? 122 countries recognized and featured the Biafran government in exile. Let me hold on, please. Let me bring it to everybody, because this is how we do. Then please allow me 1 minute. Please, I have not shared. Help us to share, please. I have not shared because we have a lot of things to do now. I have not shared. Help us to share. Help us to share. Help us to share to all our group and all the people that need to know, to see what we are doing. Let me bring it to the public so that people will know what we are talking about. People will know what we are talking about. Then 122 countries was there live. This is it. Help us to share. Let us check how many people that have shared. Please hit the like button. When you hit the like button, it can be able to send the information to people that is following what we are doing. Help us to share. How many people have liked? We have numbers here and the people have not hit the like button. Please, it is necessary you do it. Now, this is the Biafran COS. You understand now? Now, on this meeting, a lot of people were present there that day, and 122 countries recognized and featured the Biafran government in exile. The bridge chief of staff, Chief Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, in the IWPG October New Stella in North Korea. Then, such honor does not come lightly. Such honor does not come lightly. The need to make the world a better place through the recognition of Biafra as an independent nation is very important. And she spoke right in front of 122 countries of this world. Now, who is telling me that Biafra has not come? Now, then, when Anthony Blinken played his own role, we came here and debunk everything. Anthony Blinken, I am still searching for the message from Anthony Blinken. He said, since his life, since he was born, he has never seen anybody like our prime minister. The kind of energy he has and the kind of intelligence running in him. And that then brought this thing which our COS did, then pushed information to international communities that already says, the next administration must keep eye on Nigeria. This next administration must keep eye on Nigeria. Tinubu do as if he didn't hear what is happening. Then, when ECOWAS came and they wrote to Nigeria and told them that the prime minister and the bridge has sued Nigeria to come and tell them why should they be keeping Mazen Nnamdi Kanu inside. They refused. They didn't know that they have died. Nigeria has died natural death. As Mazen Nnamdi Kanu said early in the morning, that he will use truth and dismantle Nigeria. When he dismantle Nigeria, he himself will go and use his hand, submit to Nigeria, and in front of Nigeria court, he told Buhari, you can never jail me. Are you getting what we are talking? He said, you can never jail me in this court, because no court in Nigeria has what it takes to jail him. He is in Nnamdi Kanu. Then you come here. When you come here, you will be able to understand the game that is being played. Sowore says, if you go to the outdated website of the Court of Appeal, the only case they highlighted on the front page is the case against Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Then, as we proceed now, here now come the human rights. Are you getting what we are doing now? So, let us hear our people from Biafra land. Everybody is waiting for Biafra. before we proceed, what we just did now is our advertisement, the preamble. Then we entertain our people before we continue.
Back, I'm going to Biafra ga-ebido. Nsogbu adịghị, anyị na-anọ, anyị egwila ka egwu m. Anyị egwila ka egwu m na nke ikpeazụ a. Ịma na Simon ịgbasi ha na ọ bụ December 2nd ka a ga-enwe declaration. Nsogbu adịghị.
Chineke mere mmadụ emere.
Ya gaziere gị ọzọ Biafra 147. Franklin Chukwuebuka. Back, I'm going to Biafra ga-ebido. Nsogbu adịghị, anyị na-anọ, anyị egwila ka egwu m. Anyị egwila ka egwu m na nke ikpeazụ a. Ịma na Simon ịgbasi ha na ọ bụ December 2nd ka a ga-enwe declaration. Nsogbu adịghị.
Chineke mere mmadụ emere.
Ya gaziere gị ọzọ Biafra 147. Franklin Chukwuebuka. Back, I'm going to Biafra ga-ebido. Nsogbu adịghị, anyị na-anọ, anyị egwila ka egwu m. Anyị egwila ka egwu m na nke ikpeazụ a. Ịma na Simon ịgbasi ha na ọ bụ December 2nd ka a ga-enwe declaration. Nsogbu adịghị.
Chineke mere mmadụ emere.
Ya gaziere gị ọzọ Biafra 147. Franklin Chukwuebuka. Back, I'm going to Biafra ga-ebido. Nsogbu adịghị, anyị na-anọ, anyị egwila ka egwu m. Anyị egwila ka egwu m na nke ikpeazụ a. Ịma na Simon ịgbasi ha na ọ bụ December 2nd ka a ga-enwe declaration. Nsogbu adịghị.
Chineke mere mmadụ emere.
Ya gaziere gị.
So Biafrans, here we will continue to the treatise. As we continue now, everything we are doing, while Nigeria is crying, that is what we are about to show now. You know, there is something Mazen Nnamdi Kanu said here that used to inspire us so much. He said, I will destroy Nigeria with the truth. The kind, Lai Mohammed says that they can forgive terrorists, they can forgive bandits, they can forgive looters, they can forgive criminals, they can forgive rapists, they can forgive murderers, but they can never forgive Nnamdi Kanu. He says, Lai Mohammed, he says, they can never forgive Nnamdi Kanu. They ask him, what has Mazen Nnamdi Kanu done? Lai Mohammed says that you people will never understand the kind of damage Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has caused to Nigeria. Hey, Chineke God. People is not getting it. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu buchara Nigeria. Ojide Nigeria say miaha akwara. Nya, a human being without bone, without vein. Nya, empty body. And after he have destroyed Nigeria, he say he is then going now in front. He's told all Biafrans, he say, this message is not for everybody, but for those who will understand the game they have to play to get Nigeria destroyed. This is 555 Vision, Biafra Gospel, and the Bible. This is what we are preaching. We preach it every now and then. Because it does not mean that you have not heard. It doesn't mean that you have not heard that Nnamdi Kanu say, I will destroy Nigeria with the truth. But when you understand the kind of damage Mazen Nnamdi Kanu did to Nigeria, then you will be able to understand what Tinubu says. Do you know that because of Nnamdi Kanu, Buhari, since Buhari left the office, the dead Buhari left office, he said he is running back to Niger and he don't want to entertain any journalist that will come and they interview him for anything. Because ihe awakante bịakwutere nte na nnụ that Nnamdi Kanu have messed him up. Since Buhari left office, has anybody seen him in the public? If they claim he is alive. If he is alive, every other past president can come out and say, okay, this and that and this. Have you seen Buhari again? Buhari say no journalist is allowed to come near him immediately he left office. Since that day, have you ever seen him? Lai Mohammed understood this thing. Lai Mohammed says that the kind of damage Mazen Nnamdi Kanu did to Nigeria is unpardonable. Now, you will understand what Sowore says. Here you will understand what Sowore says. Sowore says, today, the depth of Nigerians' ongoing deterioration has not been figured out by its people. The Northwest just added another deadly terrorist group to its cocktail. The southeast part of Nigeria has practically left Nigeria. As we speak, nothing is functioning. The government of Biafra has taken over with the power of the human rights and the power of the United Nations, with the power of the women and the international treaties and international countries we have. That is the game. Then, please, Biafrans, now we have built our program. If you have not shared, try to do so. If you have not hit the like button, try to do so. Let us begin our explanation, and our explanation will be hitting back with the message from PM. We will be bringing images. There is one thing I want to bring before this. Let me bring this before we proceed. The Constitution of the United States of Biafra has been unveiled. The Constitution has been unveiled. And everything we are doing is backed up with the Constitution. Human Rights Constitution, United Nations Constitution, Montevideo Constitution, and everything you may think about. Please let us go to PM and start what we want to do.
Biafra will be a model for other African states who are tyrannic, who does not know the rule of law, who are not democratic. Biafra will be a model for them to learn. So when we ratify these treaties, we will make sure that Biafra become the only African country that will lay a foundation and make a model for other countries to learn. So, and by doing that, it will go a long way in restoring peace, lasting peace in Africa, when others learn how to abide by the rule of law, and also how to abide and respect the treaties that you signed into law as a country and as a state. Any country without rule of law, any country that does not respect constitution, that country is bound to fail. And that's why Nigeria has failed. Nigeria has no rule of law. Nigeria does not respect its so-called constitution. Nigeria does not respect any treaty that they have signed into law. Nigeria does not respect the United Nations Convention on Human Rights. Nigeria does not respect any agreement whatsoever they are into. And so that is the reason for the anarchy. That is the reason for the insecurity. Apart from the Islamic State agenda, this is the backbone of the insecurity today in Nigeria. That's why Nigeria has become ungovernable and Nigeria has become a failed state, because they do not have the rule of law and they do not respect their own law, not to talk of treaties they are assented to, Biafra will provide a solution. One of the solutions is we will abide by these rules and norms of international treaties and convention that we will be ratifying during the convention in Finland. So, what is the working group that gave Nigeria ultimatum to release Mazen and Kanu that they kidnapped from Kenya, extraordinarily rendition to Nigeria under torture, inhumane treatment, degrading treatment, and what have you? The working group has the mandate to investigate cases of.
So, Biafrans, you know, it is only when one decide to do something. There is something that make PM very unique in this Biafran struggle. What PM is doing, PM is digging grave. You know, how do I explain this thing? A Star of Eri, Star of David, for example, and all the things that make history of in this world, everything come from underground, like a Star of David, like the arrow of Jesus, all the things they use in this world. Let me know if I can get something like the arrow of Jesus here. If you look inside this place, you will see the arrow of Jesus there. Then, all these things they used those days, they dug them from underground. Then they read the history and they begin to bring all the history to life. What PM is doing is exactly what Mazen Nnamdi Kanu taught us. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu says, if you want to hide any secret to a black man, go inside the book and put that in. If you put it there, black man is not ready to go there and they say, man, the black man has been condemned to die. Death sentence, for example. They bring him paper, long book like this. He didn't read them. He didn't read where he have space of escape. He didn't read if there is a way out. He didn't read nothing. Only he will say, okay, they have given him death sentence. Okay, no problem. Hey, God will save. But when you go inside, you will see way out. And that is what PM is doing. What is the name of United Nations Day? When was the United Nations Charter created? What we are unveiling now. 26th June 1945. The Charter of the United Nations is the founding document of the United Nations. It was signed on the 26th June 1945 in San Francisco at the conclusion of the United Nations Conference on the International Organization, and come into force on 24th of October 1945. That is what we are talking about. This thing you see, that made Tinubu to write this thing. What did Tinubu say? Tinubu say, in a rules of based international order. Do you know what the PM told somebody that asked him question? PM said, they said, yes, Obasanjo said that Simon Ekpa is more deadly than Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. They asked him, did you know Obasanjo before? Or whatever. He said, the only thing is Obasanjo knew that he knows what he knows. People that know law. Law talk to law. Now, do you see what I showed before? This is the law. This is the law. And this is a law. And this is also a law. And this law, the law that is here, has to protect the law that is in this place. Are you getting it? The law that is in this place. Everybody that is inside this place, inside this place must to serve inside this constitution. This is the constitution of Biafra. This constitution has to protect everybody that found himself inside this territory. And when you are inside this territory must to be covered by the United Nations human rights treaty bodies. And this United Nations human rights treaty bodies is also in this place. You can also find it here. And inside this place, you will begin to understand everything that is law. Things Nigerian government has never one day dreamt to respect. And that was why Mazen Nnamdi Kanu say, I will destroy Nigeria. And that was why Ngozi Orabueze went to international community and told them every ashre. Do you know? We told all these women that used to do pere, if you want to do this ashre, you come and do this thing internationally with a certificate. That is what Ngozi Orabueze COS have done. All an international community in front of 122 countries. Or the karaka. Are you getting what we are talking about now? Then, international communities then cry and they called Tinubu. They told Tinubu, do you know that you are going against the law of international community, the law against United Nations, against the human rights organization of this world, and you are a signatory to international community. Now, Tinubu turned back and he told the whole world that in a rule basis, international order, states have the right of self-defense. States have the right of self-defense. Now, Tinubu is now giving right to the prime minister. Now, he said, but self-defense must take proportionately into account. You must take proportionately into account. And the PM is taking account and the responsibility of everything which Sowore have just reviewed. That when you go to the Southeast, the court is not working, and all the police headquarters and the police division, command and control division and everything has closed down. Today, as we speak, nobody and the PM take responsibility of it. And the Tinubu says, the self-defense must take proportionately into account in line with the global, legal, diplomatic, and moral frameworks. What did the PM told them?
Deprivation of liberty imposed arbitrary and inconsistently with international standard set forth in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights or international instrument accepted by the state concerned. That is what this working group is all about. The working group investigates alleged cases of arbitrary detention, like in the case of thousands of Biafrans, including Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. They do this by sending urgent appeal and communications to concerned government, just like they have done to Nigeria, to clarify and or bring the attention of these cases, which they did to Nigeria. They gave Nigeria 6 months. The working group also considers individual complaint. So as you are, like those families that Nigeria have killed, murdered their relative, they can also individually file complaint directly to this particular group. Under its regular communication procedure, leading to the adoption of opinions. So when you file this complaint, they give opinions as to the arbitrariness of this detention. In addition, the working group conduct country visit to assess the situation of deprivation of liberty in the country. That is the primary objective of this working group on arbitrary detention that gave Nigeria 6 months to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and also fine Nigeria to compensate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu monetarily. Nigeria violated this opinion of the working group, which is a direct violation of the United Nations Charter on Universal Declaration of Human Rights, which Nigeria also assented and signed into their own law and accepted. They will abide by these rules and regulation that makes you stand firm in the Committee of Nations. So any country that is violating this kind of laws with impunity have lost every legitimacy, including within the United Nations. And this same Nigeria was at the UN General Assembly seeking to become a permanent member. A permanent member of organization that you violate their own laws and treaties. My fellow Biafrans, I just want you to have a little background knowledge about what I'm about to explain this evening, why Biafra is bringing an alternative, not just by ratifying the United Nations International Human Rights Treaties at the convention in Finland, but also making sure that we abide by these laws and treaties to make sure we restore peace and order, because that is the only pathway to peace and order in the entire region. Any country that is violating this right with impunity is bringing anarchy, and that is the reason why there is a lot of anarchy in Nigeria, because they do not respect rule of law. They are nomadic, they are Islamic State. The only agenda is Islamic agenda. I will also need to inform you that many Islamic countries did not assent to some of these human rights treaties. And that's exactly the direction Nigeria is going. Or they are already in that direction. So Biafra is an alternative to restore peace.
That is the direction Nigeria is going. Where did you see Tinubu last? You saw Tinubu in Saudi Arabia, where he is doing Islamic recognition. Do you know what these people have done? These people go as far as forcing into the constitution of Nigeria that you will be Islamized by force. Then, how does it end? How does it end? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu created Eastern Security Network. And when they found out that Eastern Security Network defeated them, they have no other way than to recruit. They have no other way than to recruit the Boko Haram and give them uniform, send them to Biafra land in order for them to be killing our people. I want to know if I will bring the evidence now, because the program, both in TikTok, both in Facebook, the message we are delivering is entering the life.
An ex-Boko Haram
of
stands having laid his arms and comes back, turns his way away from his negativity. He stands to be a president of this country. He stands to aspire to any position in this country. Why is he wasting his time? Opportunities are out there for them.
And you see them? You see them?
Unfortunately, the topical issue in Nigeria is restructuring. Restructuring my foot. To hell with restructuring.
Now, people is really understanding. People are really understanding now exactly what we are doing, because we spend time to learn what we are doing only by the power of Chukwukika Abiyama. He said this is how we should do, and this is how we should follow until we will get it right. Now, Nigeria has been destroyed completely destroyed. And as
Will be a
Nigeria has been
model
destroyed,
for other Africa state.
yes, let us hear then PM why I will bring out what PM is talking about and why Tinubu has given right to our PM. And the Sowore bear him witness. Our topic here says, our topic headline says, the headline says, the cry of a dying horse. Sowore explained the cry of Tinubu, what Nigeria is suffering, and why they beg our PM. They ask him, do you know that you took an oath? You pledged an oath to defend one Nigeria. And the PM asked, who wrote the oath you gave to me? The oath, when they amalgamated Nigeria without consulting anyone, you amalgamated them, Fulani, Hausa, Yoruba, Igbo, people of different culture and the different way of life. You say you take oath. He said that oath, you made that oath to destroy all of them there. And he said, I beg, leave me alone. You understand? With that oath, you see how Fulanis are crying. And here now, we will try to make sure everybody that is here gets one thing and another. International communities women have been ready. Then they went as far as calling Trump to stop our PM. They went as far as they say, Trump, do not listen to him. Then other people then told them, you cannot stop him because he know what he is doing. The game PM is playing, nobody has played this game before in Africa. And in this Africa, you will see a new heaven. And a lot of things that happened in this Trump administration, a lot of things that happen in this Trump administration, there are things when you are trying to do something, you try to make the job easy for the helper, the person you are calling to come and help you. You make the job easy for him. When he come, just like whenever I see this thing, the new name I tag to it is Abaraka Azana Onyejiji Anakonye. That is my name to this map. Anytime I see this map, you are dragging land. You say this land is your own. You say this is your place. If you go to Wikipedia, this map now is what Wikipedia used in Wikipedia. This is the map Wikipedia used for you people to know. And the Wikipedia have pedaled everything, every activity of our Prime Minister, the bridge, home and abroad. They have pedaled everything. Now, when you go now to tell Trump, now, look, I have declared Biafra. Remember, when PM visited Odumegwu, he said, up to this very minute, let me know if I will see it from our COS also. Up to this very minute, that what we are doing is creating of awareness. I don't know if COS, if I have deleted that one. COS says, up to this minute, what we are doing is creating of awareness. Since that war, we are creating awareness until December 2nd, when everybody will put his hands on that document. You sign it, then a mandate will then be given to the government, which the Simon Ekpa Njoko is the prime minister. The mandate will be handed over to him. Then that is when he will have rights. Do you understand? Do you understand? That is the only time he will have rights. He said, what we are doing is awareness. Let me know if Ngozi Odebeze wrote it here also. Then you see, in front of IWPG, with over 122 countries recognized and featured the Biafran government in exile, Chief of Staff Dr. Ngozi Odebeze in the IWG October newsletter in South Korea. Such honor does not come lightly. They need to make the world a better place through the recognition of Biafra as an independent nation is very important. If you go back to the news, all the news, then you will see where the COS made it public to the world. She said that we come to create awareness. When PM visited last time, the last visit, he made it open that we are just creating awareness until a mandate will be given to him. Now, when all this mandate is going on, Biafra will be declared. Then Nigeria already rushed and they tell Trump, where is he? And they tell Trump not to listen to that boy. They told Trump not to listen to that boy who is speaking about Biafra. Now, when Biafra will be declared, listen, let me know if I will get something here now. Then, when Biafra will be declared, PM says that the Finland president is not giving him Biafra. Neither Trump is giving him Biafra. What he did is just to give what they call respect to law. Then they respected the law. Nobody respects you as a person. They respect law. Now, when the mandate will be given, which over 50 million people already registered their vote to give him a mandate, which he will submit to the Human Rights Organization treaties, then they will ask him, now you have declared Biafra. Then, why do you declare Biafra? Where is your territory? Then he will tell them, you can go to Wikipedia. This is news from the Wikipedia. Wikipedia will tell you what you need to know. You can go to the Organization of African, Imagining Africa, the Organization of Imagining African States. African states already recognized that Biafra should exist, should exist out of Nigeria. Are you getting it now? Then Trump will consult. Who is he going to consult? Tinubu is the president of OAU today. Are you getting it? Tinubu is the president of OAU today. And Burkina Faso, Chad, and Mali already departed out of African Union because of impunity coming from Tinubu. They said Tinubu cannot protect African people. He is a puppet, which the whole world know. Now, Tinubu, which is the leader of African Unity, Organization of African Union today, has already written his own sermon. Do you people get it now? Do you get it now? Nigeria has been destroyed beyond measure. And this is all Tinubu can do. This is all Tinubu can do. Chris Biafran son, ndewo. Triple M, ndewo. I just said the all Tinubu can do is this. Everything he can do. Because do you know why he did it so? Tinubu make it very easy for him. This thing he did here now, he made it very easy for him because Nigeria has died a natural death. You understand it now? Nigeria has died a natural death. Simple. That's why Tinubu wrote this thing. We are preachers of Biafran gospel. The reason Tinubu wrote this thing, because Nigeria has died a natural death. Yeah? He said you can defend yourself. And this is what Trump will bring this thing to him. International human rights confirm it. United Nations confirmed it. You understand? Then they will go to Trump, which is like the president of the whole world, which our prime minister endorsed long time ago. One of the first people to endorse our prime minister, to endorse Trump. And the international newspapers told any incoming administration that a Biafran march towards independence gains momentum. Then they made it as order and they made it as law. They say, keep your eye. Everybody must to keep an eye on Biafra self-referendum. Now, Omoyole says he preach this Bible. I don't want to preach here. Biafra gospel and the Bible. With the talk, with the show. We are not DOS to come here to be framing words and playing jargons. No, we are not here for that. We bring the evidence, we show you. Ịtụpụ nkịta akpa igosi ya ha n'iru ọ rapụ ede ka atụrụ ya mbọ. Look at it. Now, when Trump will come to office, do you know the kind of smartness bridge prime minister smarted Nigeria? Do you know what he did? Trump now just won an election. He has not been sworn in the office. Before he will be sworn in, Biafra is already declared. Kamala Harris and the Biden can never fight against Biafra today. They don't have, nobody have right today now to sign any law of war to go and find. Yeah, Biafra is just protected like this. Nobody, not Kamala Harris, not a Biden, not a Trump, not anybody can sign any law to go and fight Biafrans now. So Biafra will be declared inside when everybody is weak. When everybody is powerless, Biafra will come as the light. The light will then show and surface in front of the whole world. That light will then come. Then, what you have on your table is what you will discuss. Oh, that Simon Ekpa want to discharge from Nigeria. He want to separate from Nigeria. Then Simon Ekpa, what is happening? What is happening? We have everything here. I recorded everything from the news. I put it here in case if you want to listen to it, you listen to it. all the newspaper. Then he will say that Nigerian government is killing us, which is obvious. Nigerian government violated international human rights. They hold Mazen Nnamdi Kanu illegal inside that place, and they send their military to be killing our people. Trump will say, yes, I do remember that when he won his first election last time, Nigerian government killed the people that is rejoicing for his own victory. Then what else are you talking about? We know that Nigeria is a terrorist state. Case is settled. Then Simon Ekpa, Njoku, Obata Obie, isi na-ebu ogidi, ncha mmiri, the vulcan of our time. What do you have? Then Simon Ekpa will then come out and show the map of Biafra. And after showing the map of Biafra, he will show the constitution of Biafra. And after that, everything will be played. Then, my brothers, do you people want more explanation? The game is being played openly. This is the constitution of Biafra. So, let us listen more from our PM to gain inspiration. Then we will go into the damages again, which Nigerian government did against the United Nations. And remember, this thing we are opening here is a law from the 26th of June, 1945. Because our people didn't go inside the book. That is why it took so long. Since 1945, we have this right. Then we will go here. Please join us. We will go here.
Who are tyrannic, who does not know the rule of law, who are not democratic, Biafra will be a model for them to learn. So when we ratify these treaties, we will make sure that Biafra become the only African country that will lay a foundation and make a model for other countries to learn. So, and by doing that, it will go a long way in restoring peace, lasting peace in Africa when others learn how to abide by the rule of law and also how to abide and respect the treaties that you signed into law as a country and as a state. Any country without rule of law, any country that does not respect constitution, that country is bound to fail. And that's why Nigeria has failed. Nigeria has no rule of law. Nigeria does not respect its so-called constitution. Nigeria does not respect any treaty that they have signed into law. Nigeria does not respect the United Nations Convention on Human Rights. Nigeria does not respect any agreement whatsoever they are into. And so that is the reason for the anarchy. That is the reason for the insecurity. Apart from the Islamic State agenda, this is the backbone of the insecurity today in Nigeria. That's why Nigeria has become ungovernable and Nigeria has become a failed state, because they do not have the rule of law and they do not respect their own law, not to talk of treaties they are assented to. Biafra will provide a solution. One of the solutions is we will abide by these rules and norms of international treaties and convention that we will be ratifying during the convention in Finland. So, what is the working group that gave Nigeria ultimatum to release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu that they kidnapped from Kenya, extraordinarily rendition to Nigeria under torture, inhuman treatment, degrading treatment, and what have you? The working group has the mandate to investigate cases of deprivation of liberty imposed arbitrarily and inconsistently with international standards set forth in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights or international instrument accepted by the state concerned. That is what this working group is all about. The working group investigates alleged cases of arbitrary detention, like in the case of thousands of Biafrans, including Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. They do this by sending urgent appeal and communications to concerned government, just like the.
Remember, all the letter which human rights and the United Nations sent to Nigeria, they ignored it. All is inside Google. All is inside Wikipedia. And these are the atrocities Nigeria has committed against international law, against human rights law, against the Montevideo Convention, against everything. They have already been destroyed. Only it took time because the person that can be able to open this can of worm has not come since then. Now, now our people have started to understand what the meaning of law, what law is all about. This is it. What Nigeria has. Everything is in Google. This is Google. That is where we are bringing it. Are you getting it? So our PM has made this job very easy for incoming president, as it is in the United States nation law. United Nations law says that anybody that is coming, this one first, that the next administration must keep an eye on Nigeria. The same people then, they are talking to Trump, then, or Kamala Harris, then they said, Biafra march towards independence gains momentum. The struggle for independence of Biafra, a West African region country under Nigeria control, is far from over. That the war since 1967 has not stopped. It's far from over, meaning that any incoming president, anybody that is coming to South America must first of all stand and deal with anything happening in Nigeria. And it happens that when they are dealing with anything that is happening in Nigeria, then they will go to Wikipedia. When you go to Wikipedia, then you will see what Wikipedia wrote about Biafra. Very easy mathematics. Then, and you must keep your eye on Biafra referendum. Nobody can deal against the will of the people. It is not done anywhere. Then we continue.
Have done to Nigeria to clarify and or bring the attention of these cases, which they did to Nigeria. They gave Nigeria 6 months. The working group also considers individual complaint. So as you are, like those families that Nigeria have killed, murdered their relative, they can also individually file complaint directly to this particular group under its regular communication procedure, leading to the adoption of opinions. So when you file this complaint, they give opinions as to the arbitrariness of this detention. In addition, the working group conduct country visit to assess the situation of deprivation of liberty in the country. That is the primary objective of this working group on arbitrary detention that gave Nigeria 6 months to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and also fine Nigeria to compensate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu monetarily. Nigeria violated this opinion of the working group, which is a direct violation of the United Nations Charter on Universal Declaration of Human Rights, which Nigeria also assented and signed into their own law and accepted. They will abide by these rules and regulations that makes you stand firm in the Committee of Nations. So any country that is violating this kind of laws with impunity have lost every legitimacy, including within the United Nations. And this same Nigeria was at the UN General Assembly seeking to become a permanent member of organization that you violate their own laws and treaties. My fellow Biafrans, I just want you to have a little background knowledge about what I'm about to explain this evening, why Biafra is bringing an alternative, not just by ratifying the United Nations International Human Rights Treaties at the convention in Finland, but also making sure that we abide by these laws and treaties to make sure we restore peace and order, because that is the only pathway to peace and order in the entire region. Any country that is violating this right with impunity is bringing anarchy, and that is the reason why there is a lot of anarchy in Nigeria, because they do not respect rule of law. They are nomadic, they are Islamic State. The only agenda is Islamic agenda. I will also need to inform you that many Islamic countries did not assent to some of these human rights treaties. And that's exactly the direction Nigeria is going. Or they are already in that direction. So Biafra is an alternative to restore peace and stability in the Sahel and beyond. My fellow Biafrans that are listening to me today, I want you to understand that at least you are going to hear from me some of these international human rights treaties of the United Nations that Biafra government will be rectifying during the convention of the Biafra in Finland.
Okay. Yeah, some things came up to me now. But as we are unveiling what we are doing, this is what PM is talking about. Montevideo Convention on the Right and the Duties of State, signed at Montevideo, 26th December 1933, entered into force 26 December 1934. Article 8, reformed by protocol 23 December 1936. And Bolivia alone, among the states represented at the 7th International Conference of American States, did not sign the convention. The United States of America, Peru, and Brazil reflect at the convention with salvation and directly attached to the document. Convention on Rights and the Duties of State. The government represented in the 7th International Conference of American States, wishing to conclude a convention on Rights and Duties of State, have appointed the following portfolio. Look at everything what PM is following, all these things, all these articles. This is what PM is following. In case you don't know, or you want to know better, everything you are doing, no one is hidden. So this is what PM is following. All these things here now. It is too much. It is too much. Then as we continue, but we have to end it because of some things that come up. So only that Nigeria remove history out of Nigeria school curriculum in order for us, nobody will have interest going inside this campus since 1933. But today, mgbe chi onye ji fo bụ ụtụtụ ya. That is what we are saying to you now. Then you come here. People also ask, what are the 4 elements of the Montevideo Convention? These are the 4 elements of the Montevideo Convention. You will see it. You will see it here. You see it. Everything PM is doing, everything has been written down. The only thing left is who will activate it. the activation of all this law, nobody ever rose up from the eastern